Hey, it's Brad and welcome back to the kitchen. Today we are making chicken. We are making Nashville Hot Chicken. I remember a couple years ago I went down to Nashville with my wife for her birthday and some friends, and we had so much fun. We went down to the honky tonks, we listened to live music everywhere, we enjoyed all sorts of food. I know one of my absolute favorites was that Nashville Hot Chicken. But when you're ordering it down there, they're dredging that chicken in all-purpose flour, then they're doing it in the egg wash, and then they're coating it, and it's going in a fryer with vegetable oil. It is not good for you. It might have tasted good at the time, but it definitely was not good. So we are gonna do this Nashville Hot Chicken. We're gonna clean it up, we're gonna kick it up. We are gonna make it actually baked, and then we are going to make a hot sauce that's gonna go on it. We are gonna still top it with one of my fresh homemade dill pickles, because who doesn't love those sides that come with it? And we are going to eliminate that white bun that you usually get that Nashville Hot Chicken sandwich on. It is going to be gorgeous. It's going to be golden brown, and oh, I can't wait. So the first thing we got to get going here, we have 3 bowls going on in front of us here. First bowl here, our flour mix. We've taken that white all-purpose flour, kicked that to the curb. We've added in here buckwheat flour and a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. Reason for that buckwheat flour, it's high in protein, it is high in fiber, and frankly, it's just got a nice little flavor, and it's a good replacement for that all-purpose flour. Second bowl here, we got a couple eggs that have just been lightly beaten. We've added a couple tablespoons of some hot sauce to it. And then in our third bowl, so far we've got some paprika in there, we got some cayenne pepper, we got a little bit of salt, and a little bit of olive oil. To it, we're gonna add in some panko style gluten-free breadcrumbs. You could add in some almond meal if that's what you choose to use. This is what I had in my pantry today, so that's what we're gonna go with. So we're just gonna grind that up. It's gonna get noisy for a second here. Give it a good grind there. It's a nice fine powder. We are gonna take that from this little mini prep here. We're gonna add that to that third bowl. We're gonna take our fork here. We're gonna mix this all around. We're gonna make it into a nice coating paste here. We wanna make sure all of that oil, all of that flavor, everything gets mixed right into that there. And that way all the spices move around. Reason for some of these spices here, we got cayenne pepper. It helps with metabolism. It helps. It's an antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. Look at that. You can even that alone there. I could roast that off, throw that on just about anything. Finish it off on. Well, obviously we're using chicken today. You could coat a piece of fish with that. You could throw it into some veggies. Whatever you're choosing. That's just a great combination there. So we're gonna do that, and I've already prepared my cooking sheet here. What I did was I took a cookie sheet or a sheet pan here. I've taken a cooling rack, a piece of parchment paper. We've just lightly brushed it with some olive oil. That way the chicken doesn't stick. We don't want to be using any of those aerosol sprays. Those are no good for us. So we're gonna take our chicken here. We'll start with our chicken breast here. We're gonna dredge it on both sides in that flour. Again, using the glove here. That way we want to make sure we stay food safe here. Patting and drying that. We've got that dredge on there. That's going to go then into our egg wash. From our egg wash here, make sure we get all of that coated. That's going to go into this guy here. We're going to pat that down. We want to get a nice crust right on top of this guy here. We're going to move that fork over there. We want to flip that over. We want to get all of that nicely coated up there. That's gonna go right on our pan here. Do a couple more of these here as we go again. Give that chicken a little coating to begin with there. That's so the egg wash will then stay on there again. We wanna make sure we get all of that coated up there, all those nooks and crannies and all that goodness there. Chicken thigh goes in. Again, we wanna press that down. We wanna get a good crust right on that guy. We're gonna get the rest of these done. We are going to do one more chicken breast here with you. We're gonna put this in a 400-degree oven. We're gonna let it cook away for about 45 minutes. Again, we want to have that nice golden brown on it. We're gonna get these going here. And we will, there we go, one more side here, press that all down. All food safe, that glove's on there. Look at that, look at that. Doesn't that want, can't wait till those cook up. Those are gonna taste good, those are gonna smell good. We're gonna get that hot sauce going on it. It's gonna be a true baked Nashville hot chicken. All right, and we are back. We are just about ready to take our chicken out of the oven. I just looked at it. It is beautiful. It is golden brown. And now we need to make our spicy sauce that's going to go on top of it here. Because you know what? There just wasn't enough kicking it already. So you know what? Nashville style, we got to kick it up a few more notches here. So we're going to turn our burner back on here. We are going to take some paprika, some cumin, some cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of coconut sugar. Normally, if you were at a restaurant and you had a sauce, it is loaded with vegetable oils. It is loaded with refined sugars. This sauce we're making here, it's got half a teaspoon of some coconut sugar. It's got some extra virgin olive oil we're going to put in there. But first thing here, we're just going to get all these spices all fragrant and toasting them up here a little bit. We are going to move those around ever so slightly here. Some of you might be asking, well, Brad, if we're going to heat it up there, should we not be using something that's not an olive oil? Because we've heard that olive oil should not be cooked at high heat. You know what? Really, we're not taking this. We're not taking this to a high heat here. We're just going to take it, toast everything up, make it nice and fragrant. We're going to add that olive oil in there, heat it through. It's going to be a gorgeous sort of, like an olive oil spice to dribble, almost like a syrupy to dribble all over that chicken. So again, we're not going to take this and scorch the olive oil, because you're right, we don't want to take all those great antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory properties that we know and love out of our olive oils. We're just going to heat it through, and you can start to smell those spices here are really starting to come through. They're starting to get fragrant. You see a little bit of heat coming off of there. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. You can get that, that paprika coming through. We're going to grab our chicken. It's been cooking away, 400-degree oven. We're going to pull that guy out of there. Look at that. Beautiful golden brown, excuse me. And turn that heat way down. We're going to turn that down. We're going to pull these. We're going to turn. And that's an example of what can happen. These spices are fragrant, they are pungent, they are delicious. But you know what? A little bit goes a long ways. Sometimes as we start to heat them up, they start giving off some of their medicinal properties, which can be a little bit, they can get you a little choked up. Don't worry, I'm all right here. We're gonna add in that olive oil. We have pulled this off the heater there. Again, we don't want to be overheating any of that olive oil. We're going to tone this down just in terms of from what it's giving off to my nose here. We got a beautiful spice blend ready for those. So what we're going to do here, we are going to just give this a gentle mix here. We're going to let all of that infuse into our olive oil. We're going to pour it back into where the olive oil was. We are going to plate up a piece of our chicken. We're going to grab one of our freshly made dill pickles. We're going to gently pour our olive oil spicy oil right over top of everything. We're going to plate it up and we'll be ready. All right, our chicken here, we're ready to go here. It's all plated up. We've got that spicy oil. We're just going to give it a little stir. Make sure nothing is settled into the bottom. We're going to gently just give a little drizzle right over top of that chicken now. Oh, I love my spicy chicken. We are, you wish you were here in the kitchen right now. We're gonna take one of our homemade dill pickles. These cukes come from one of the farms, probably about 5 minutes down the road. They get picked on a Friday. I pick them up, I pickle them on a Saturday, and they are in the crawl space. They are now, probably about 5 months old now. They are, no, not even 4 or 5 months old. They are ready to go. But so is this Nashville hot chicken. We have baked it, we have not fried it. We have gotten rid of all the gluten out of it. It is a gluten-free, dairy-free, super spicy, aromatic Nashville hot chicken with a spicy olive oil sauce on top. Woo! Mmm, that's delicious. And we take a little bit of that pickle, that brininess, that saltiness. Oh, you're gonna absolutely love this one. It is gonna kick up your weekday dishes. It's gonna kick up your weekend dishes, your friends, your family. When they're able to come over, this is gonna be one of those go-tos that you pull out, and they're gonna be beyond amazed, and you're gonna be like, yeah, super easy, super healthy. You wouldn't believe it. Enjoy.